Sports Stars Magazine, AJ Okoh. Another overtime marathon against Windward, but this one looms significantly larger. For the first time in more than a decade, the Brentwood Eagles are Gold Coast League champions. First and foremost, when Lewis Bond does that again, are you thinking like, are we literally gonna have to drive a stake through the heart of these guys? What are you guys thinking about? Like, what do we have to do to put these guys away?
I mean, I know he's a good player. That's a shot he can make. I've seen him make it multiple times. When he made the shot, I'm like, we got to keep going to work. Yeah.
Just again, like just the poise, the composure, the maturity, the execution in overtime. Just how proud are you of just the way the group took care of every possession in overtime?
Man, I'm proud of my team. We just won the league. We were down, I think 10.
Yeah.
And to come back like that, that's really tough.
And not only that, AJ, obviously to bounce back in short order from Saturday. It wasn't like you guys had a week's worth of practices to get ready, right? It's like, so just again, obviously you guys had every opportunity to control what you could control. Just, what was the message from Coach Moose and but also among you guys, just trusting each other and holding each other accountable, to say, look, we didn't have a chance to put it away outright on Saturday against Campbell Hall, but it almost seems like it's more fitting that you get to do it in this gymnasium. But just what was the message from Coach Moose and amongst each other just about like what we need to control and the details we need to pay attention to tonight?
Really just playing with energy. He was saying play hard. Defense will win us the game like defense did. We bumped up our defense and we started getting stops.
I thought one of the most significant scenarios was that you forced them to call their lone timeout so early in overtime, because then we saw in that possession there, they kind of didn't really have things in order, and they didn't have that get out of jail free card, right? Like, did you guys sense that, like, hey, we got 3+ minutes in overtime. Like, if we can just kind of continue to disrupt them and do things that make them uncomfortable, they don't have a safety valve. Like, were you guys focusing on that? Or just like really trying to challenge them at every point, because they even like on that loose ball that ended up being they got out of bounds because unfortunately you guys were on the sideline. But again, like they had to execute in every possession, and it seemed like you guys were focused on making sure that they were as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah, as you've seen, I don't know if you know Jeremiah.
Yep.
He was hitting. He had 4 threes. He got hot fast, and every three was left. So Coach Moose and Coach Corn was telling us force him right and make him shoot a right-handed pull-up, and really bumping up our defense. That's really what took us far.
Absolutely. I love the photo there.
Yeah.
How special is it to have Shane Frazier on this side?
Man, that's a big key. He really bumped his game up senior night. I already knew he was gonna bump his game up.
Yeah, boy. And what about this guy?
Oh,
huge steal, huge block.
Gritty player.
Absolutely.
We need this.
What are the emotions tonight, man?
Big win on senior night. I was sitting there injured on the last shot. I was like, I gotta get back out there. We gotta win this shit.
I asked AJ, like, what Lewis Bond did over there, and then what he did over. Are you guys thinking like, what do we have to do to finally put this team down?
No, we're thinking. Went to overtime, we thought new game 0-0 right away. We wiped them in the first quarter. We knew we could do that. We just got to stay strong, play smart, win this game.
Just the resilience of this group, like to bounce back from Saturday, right? But as I said to AJ just a moment ago, it seems like it's more fitting that the league championship happens, on senior night on your home court.
Yeah, I mean, it's really special to win this year, especially on senior night. And we got a lot of young players. We're a very young team, and they showed a lot of experience in this game.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you, and then I'll ask AJ. Speaking of, just Shaylin Shepard continuing to play well beyond his years. Just how impactful tonight.
He's just so smart. He didn't get to start on senior night, and he wants to play.
Probably the only reason he's not going to start.
I know. And then he came out with all the fire he wanted to play with. Played great. He won us that game in overtime. Blocks, rebounds, layups, everything. He's a crazy player.
AJ, to that point, I mean, the more that you got him involved, and he continued to develop confidence third quarter, fourth quarter, and overtime. But then it also seemed to continue to open up things for you, for Shane and the rest of the group. Just especially because he wasn't in a usual role tonight and kind of had to like get things going on the fly and not from the start. Like, how important was it when you guys made that run, to take the lead in regulation and over, to get him involved as much as possible?
Shaylin was very vital to this game. Once we got him a few touches, he got hot, and they just couldn't stop him.
Awesome. Guys, congratulations. Well done. Gold Coast League champs.
Thank you so much.